Good day, I'm Marcus Reid, and these are today's top stories from Pulse News. Houston crime and safety on Pulse News. Houston police responded to a reported teen takeover at Discovery Green. Hundreds of teenagers converged on the popular downtown park Saturday evening. Reports described a large, chaotic gathering which overwhelmed the public space. Officers quickly arrived in force to disperse the crowd. This incident caused significant disruption for families and other park visitors enjoying their weekend. No major injuries were reported during the event, a fortunate outcome. However, several minor disturbances and confrontations occurred as police worked to restore order. Police presence remained high for several hours following the initial reports, ensuring stability. This teen takeover phenomenon is a growing national concern. Similar incidents have been reported in public spaces across the country. They often involve large groups of youth organized through social media platforms. The incident at Discovery Green raises serious questions about public safety and park management. It directly impacts the perception of security in downtown Houston, a vital area. Residents and visitors expect safe, accessible public spaces for recreation. Families specifically expressed feeling unsafe and were forced to leave the park. HPD is now actively investigating the incident, gathering evidence. Potential arrests for property damage, disorderly conduct, or other violations are possible. Park management will undoubtedly review and potentially revise their current security protocols. City officials are directly addressing these pressing community concerns. Preventing future disruptions in our cherished public spaces is a top priority. Maintaining public order in Houston's green spaces remains paramount for all citizens. Now to our next story. Police. Gunman dead after Midland shooting leaves 10 people shot, 1 killed. A deadly shooting in Midland, Texas, has left 1 person killed and 10 others wounded. Authorities confirm the gunman responsible for the violence is dead. The incident erupted across multiple locations in the West Texas city. Law enforcement converged rapidly on the scene, securing the area. Emergency medical services transported the injured to area hospitals. Their conditions range from stable to critical. This tragedy has sent a wave of shock and grief through the Midland community. Families of the victims are facing unimaginable pain and uncertainty. The identity of the deceased victim has not yet been released. Police are actively investigating the gunman's motives. Background checks and any previous contacts with law enforcement will be scrutinized. The FBI is assisting local agencies in collecting evidence. Investigators will meticulously piece together the timeline of events. This devastating incident adds to a recurring national pattern of gun violence. It underscores the profound challenges communities face in ensuring public safety. The impact extends far beyond those directly shot. Witnesses and first responders will carry the trauma for years. Community leaders are mobilizing support services for affected residents. Schools and businesses are implementing revised security protocols. Discussions about preventing future tragedies are already underway. Policymakers may face renewed calls for action on gun control. The long-term psychological effects on survivors and the broader community are significant. Midland now begins a difficult journey toward healing and recovery. This senseless act leaves an indelible mark. In other news, police investigating whether woman was pushed after fatal fall from West Houston apartment balcony. Police are investigating a fatal incident in West Houston. A woman died after falling from an apartment balcony. The event occurred late yesterday evening. This happened at a residential complex near Eldridge Parkway. Emergency personnel responded quickly to the scene. The victim was pronounced dead upon arrival. Houston Police Homicide Division now leads the inquiry. Detectives are working to determine the exact circumstances. A key focus is whether the woman was pushed intentionally. This potential angle elevates the case to a possible homicide. Investigators are interviewing residents in the building. They are also reviewing all available surveillance footage. Forensic teams are meticulously collecting evidence. This includes items from the balcony and ground below. The victim's identity is currently withheld. Notification to her next of kin is pending. Her family has been informed of the tragic loss. The West Houston community is deeply shaken. Residents voice concerns about apartment safety. If evidence confirms she was pushed, it becomes a murder case. Authorities will then seek a suspect for apprehension. Consequences include severe homicide charges. If ruled accidental, the investigation will conclude. This incident raises serious security questions for residents. Police urge anyone with information to come forward. The investigation remains active and ongoing. In other news, Aldine arrest attempts ends with woman in custody. Man dead from self-inflicted harm. Authorities in Aldine encountered a tragic end to an arrest attempt today. Deputies initiated the operation in a local Aldine neighborhood. They were serving warrants for individuals involved in an ongoing criminal investigation. The situation escalated rapidly. Officers attempted to apprehend a woman and a man. The male suspect refused to comply, barricading himself inside a residence. Law enforcement swiftly established a perimeter, securing the area. Crisis negotiators were dispatched to the scene. For several tense hours, they worked diligently to de-escalate the standoff. Efforts to resolve the situation peacefully were ultimately unsuccessful. The male suspect reportedly inflicted self-harm during the confrontation. He was later pronounced deceased at the scene. The woman involved in the incident was taken into custody without further resistance. She faces charges stemming from the original warrants. This incident sends a somber ripple through the Aldine community. Residents witnessed a significant, prolonged police presence and the tragic outcome. The death marks a distressing conclusion to what began as a routine enforcement action. It underscores the inherent dangers law enforcement officers face daily. The incident also brings crucial focus to mental health support in high-stress police interactions. A comprehensive investigation into the full circumstances of the standoff is now underway. The Harris County Sheriff's Office will conduct an internal review. This protocol is standard after any critical incident involving a death. The arrested woman remains in custody, awaiting further legal proceedings. Moving on, man shot multiple times after family dispute escalates into shooting in Northeast Houston. A family dispute in Northeast Houston turned violent today. A man was shot multiple times after an argument escalated. Authorities are currently investigating the scene. The incident unfolded at a residence in the 5800 block of Lathrop Street. Houston Police Department officers responded to reports of gunfire. They arrived to find an adult male suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Paramedics transported the victim to a local hospital. His condition remains critical. Preliminary reports indicate the shooting stemmed from a domestic disagreement. Family members were involved in the dispute. Tensions reportedly rose significantly before the gunfire erupted. This tragic event highlights the dangers of unresolved conflict within households. Investigators are now working to piece together the sequence of events. They are interviewing witnesses, including other family members present. The shooter's identity has not been officially released. It is unclear if an arrest has been made at this hour. This incident sends ripples of concern through the neighborhood. The individual responsible faces serious charges. These could include aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or attempted murder. Such cases often lead to profound emotional and legal consequences for all involved. This situation underscores the need for effective conflict resolution strategies. We will continue to follow developments closely. We will bring you updates as they become available. That's all for now from Pulse News Houston Crime and Safety. I'm Reid. Subscribe to Pulse News so you never miss a story.